All right, Jacob. Extinction. I hate zombie movies.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we're reviewing it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have a choice.
We needed to.
We're sitting on a catalog of shit that we can't talk about. So Extinction came out.
Talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll let you kick it off.
So, first surpriser, Matthew Fox.
Yeah, Matthew fucking Fox. Not looking a damn thing like Matthew Fox.
No, he's got crazy man going on. Crazy shaggy beard. As if I'm one to talk right now.
Right.
But he had crazy long mountain man hair, which I do not have at the moment. And then Jeffrey Donovan was in there, which I recognized the face, and I looked him up. He was Burn Notice, which I never watched, but I know
okay. I recognize his face as well too. I don't recognize the name, but yeah, he was the other brother,
right?
I guess.
And I felt like overall it looked like it could have been a big theatrical release, but was not.
Yeah, so the movie sort of opens. It's got a really good opening scene, I thought.
Sure.
So they're on a bus, and people are obviously being evacuated for some reason.
Right. Doesn't explain why.
Doesn't explain why. And then the bus comes to a halt, and then you find out, oh yeah, there's fucking zombies running around killing folks.
It tends to happen a lot when you're on a fucking school bus getting evacuated.
So I think like, remember how Scream broke down the rules of horror?
It's the rule of zombie movies.
I think we have new ones now, and boarding a school bus is one of those. So
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Especially at night. And not if there's soldiers on board with guns.
No, just say screw that.
Yeah, like no, we're good.
I'm good, thank you.
So the movie sort of progresses forward like 9 years after the initial zombie attack, and Matthew Fox and who's the guy?
Jeffrey Donovan.
Jeffrey, I keep wanting to say Jeffrey Dahmer.
That'd have been a different movie.
Similar to zombies eating.
Right. It would have been some flesh eating.
Anyway, and a daughter, a little girl. They appear to be the last three people left on the fucking planet.
As far as they know.
As far as they know, yeah. They haven't seen people in years, and they have since had some sort of falling out. They don't talk to each other anymore. And one, Matthew Fox is kind of going crazy. He's kind of going a little bit crazy.
Yeah, apparently he's been 9 years in his own house, because they've got houses like right across from each other. Yep. And all he's got is the dog to talk to. He's
got a dog, and he's got like a radio station that he set up to himself. Right. That he hosts nightly radio shows that no one listens to. He's just something that he talks to the airwaves.
I felt his pain.
Yeah. So like you said, the production would make you think that you're watching a big blockbuster movie, and I thought that for the most part.
There's some CG problems.
There's some CG problems, and like I say in my review, this world that this movie takes place in doesn't exist. I mean, it just doesn't exist. So in order to make a movie that exists in this world, you kind of have to make it yourself. So whenever you do that, you've got to use green screen, you've got to use CG, and unfortunately, since the rest of the movie looked so fucking good, it really jumps out at you. And sometimes it's almost like in a stylized, cool way, like you could almost get away with it.
Right.
Other times it's super, like the backdrops are obviously green screen. It just looks really weird sometimes.
That was probably the biggest complaint I had with this film, are those moments.
Yeah.
Just because you're immersed and all of a sudden it's real jarring. It just jars you right out.
So as I normally do, after I review a film, I kind of let it sit for a couple of days, see what people are thinking about it. Sometimes talk to the filmmakers and see how they feel about it, have some discussions there. And then I sort of make my rounds around the other websites to see what people are talking about. And one of the big, huge, strong points I had on this one, because we always break down acting, we break down story, presentation, and then like an X factor of some sort. And the acting for me was through the roof.
I thought so as well.
Like I think I had like a 9, like really, really high.
Deserves it. There's only there's 4 characters I think kind of.
But for the majority of the film,
3 people in this film for the most part.
3 people in this film, and I think every single one of them have excellent performances.
Yeah, when you've got 3 people in your film, one person messes up, it throws the whole. That's 33% gone.
Absolutely. So the other internet websites out there bash the acting.
Man, I looked up on. I got to looking around. I saw some stuff, and then I stumbled on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was getting just hammered. I couldn't believe it.
I can't either. I can't. Like, sometimes, like, I hate you have to see the same, like, did we watch the same movie?
Right.
But, like, people were, like, really complaining about the pacing and the acting. And for me, I don't like zombie movies. If I'm going to watch a zombie movie, this is the pace that I want.
Right.
Like, this was very much sort of in the same way that, like, and this is a horrible comparison to make, but sort of the way that Let the Right One In didn't really feel like a vampire movie. It was more like a drama with vampire elements.
That's a fair assessment, really, though.
Think
because
so?
I don't really... At its core, you kind of have to call it a zombie movie, but I don't feel like it is a zombie movie at all. It's just... It's not how it's done.
And the way it's filmed and presented is almost closer to, like, the creature feature range.
A little bit, yeah.
Because a lot of them, like we talked about last week on Dark Was the Night, you don't see the zombie very much. When you do, it's very quick. And it's more for like tension building and suspense. And that's what this movie is really all about. It's about that suspense. It's about wondering if these people are the last three survivors for whatever attack happened. And it's about the relationship of this little family that has nothing else other than themselves.
Which brings me to one of my favorite things I found so far on Rotten Tomatoes as far as criticism goes.
Okay.
The film's core problems. Too little zombie and too much plot.
Oh my God.
And
that breaks down like the people. I'm sorry if anyone out there loves The Walking Dead and loves zombie movies and eats that shit up. I'm sorry, but comments like that are why I avoid this shit like the plague. Like, that is the mentality that most people that make a zombie film, they go in to please people like that.
See, and I happen to like zombie films, but I don't like whatever that guy likes. I don't enjoy it, apparently. Because...
Too little zombie, too much plot.
Because when the zombie film became truly, truly phenomenally popular with Romero, it wasn't just about the zombies, and I guess this guy doesn't remember that. It was about the story of the people in the house with the zombies as a backdrop, which this has got a lot of those same elements.
Sure.
And that's what makes this good. I thought the plot was the whole reason for the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you can take all of the zombies out of it. You could replace it with rabid wolves. You could replace it with a pissed off bear lurking around, and you still pretty much have the same movie there. Like, the intro scene would have to be adjusted a little bit, but you can still have the drama in the family and the plot. That's all so strong without having to have that stuff.
So something interesting I found is I had this feeling that it was, see what you think about this. It almost felt like it was filmed the same way you would film a short film. And the fact that we don't really explain how we got into the situation to begin with. We just jump into it.
Sure.
And we don't really try too hard to tidy anything up at the end.
We do not.
So I thought that was interesting, and I kind of liked the approach. And then I looked into the director more. That's what he's done in the past with short films. So
not only short films though, because he did Kidnapped.
He did do Kidnapped, yeah.
And that I think that one's still on Netflix. And that was a really good home invasion, movie.
Which isn't normally my bread and butter. So
I see. I generally like the home invasion movie, but it's interesting seeing him go from something like that to something that is pretty much a dramatic, character study, if you will.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of like that they didn't really explain what caused this. They don't really explain what happens after this. Like, it's just sort of a slice.
Yeah, there's no need really, because it just makes it's just going to make everything muddy and dirty, and it's going to kind of, I think,
it is
play to the detriment of the film.
It is long.
It's a long movie.
It's almost 2 hours long.
It's like just shy by 15 minutes?
Yeah. So I could see where that would raise some, people could raise some complaints about that. But shit, man, sit back and enjoy it. Like, I feel that people that are reviewing it, people from fairly reputable sites are really giving this movie a hard time. I just feel like they went in expecting the wrong thing.
They missed the bus. They missed that early school bus at the very beginning. They missed it.
Can you load up my review real quick on that?
We probably can. And while we do that, I will say that I started this movie at midnight last night.
Okay.
Based on the fact that I thought, I'll watch half of it, and then I'll watch the other half today, because I'm sacrilegious like that. I don't care. Whatever. And as I was doing that, I got super tired, but I just couldn't stop. So fuck it being an hour and 45 minutes. I couldn't stop.
That alone tells you that there can't be that many pacing problems. Because I stayed up super late. Because I don't want to go into too much like industry conditions and whatnot. But like sometimes we have problems and we have to watch films by a certain time. So I had to watch this film by a certain time, and it was really late. And I thought I could fall asleep at any moment. But I didn't because I was super interested in the movie. So something I want to read off, and like I said before, sometimes when we post these reviews, we get feedback from the directors. And I wrote something that, again, I was very tired, so I don't necessarily remember writing this. But I really liked my last line. And I hate to pat ourselves on the back or anything, but I think this really captures the spirit.
Oh, I see.
So through the use of top-shelf acting talent and a less is more approach, director, I'm really bad, Miguel
Angel
Vivas,
was
able to turn in a dramatic zombie film that stands alone in 2015's most oversaturated zombie subgenre. Extinction is able to be enjoyed by horror fans of all walks, not just mindless zombies.
Not just The Walking Dead.
Right. So, and they shared that one line in particular. So it's able to be enjoyed by horror fans of all likes, not just mindless zombies. Because I thought that's really what they were going for. Like, they're not trying to appease all of this senseless nonsense that happens in the zombie genre. They're trying to do their own little thing. And I thought they were super successul at that.
Yeah, but apparently you were wrong, though, because everyone
Look, I'm here to tell you, we might have the most unpopular opinion with reviews.
We really do. We're like on the exact opposite.
Because as I did this one, I went back and looked around what people are saying about Dark Was the Night too. Shit all over it.
They did.
Yeah, people hate it.
Well, that's why the 123 people that like us. That's why I don't know what the number is. I just made that shit up.
I'm not going to get into specifics. I think we're approaching 30,000.
We probably are, yeah.
But that being said, that's why modern horrors exist. We exist to be the finger at the authority to say, you know what, you're wrong.
Hell, the voice of all these people that haven't had a voice in the critics' world.
Right. The people that, you're afraid to speak up and say, hey, I kind of like that movie.
Because you get lambasted.
You know what? Come hang out with us because we probably like that shit too.
Very true.
So, that being said, you got anything else about Extinction?
No, I mean, we could talk about it forever, but no, it's just a good film. Go ignore everyone else. Just listen to what we tell you for once, and then go watch this film.
Yeah, just don't go into it expecting a drama.
Right. Absolutely.
A really good drama with some zombie shit mixed into it.
Agreed.
All right. We're going to take our last break. When we come back, we're going to have a fucking awesome time with some new parental guides. We got 3 apiece. So we're going to get into those right now.